Everyone, and welcome to the News Chronicle. The program is political pluralism, and as usual, we will get to talk about political issues here, issues of current affairs issues, basically, on how the state of affairs has to be, you know, and for today's edition of the program, we shall be talking about um, the arrest that we've seen over the past few years. We've seen EFCC go after some top ADC party official. The power play between the South and North. I'm not going to be doing this alone. I have the Emmanuel Ojiko, who will be joining me via Zoom from Practice State Action. Mr. Emmanuel, can you hear me from this?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good
I
morning.
believe you heard, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
hear you.
I can hear you too.
So, on my intro, I said we're going to be, talking about, majorly the power play between the North and the South, and then what we've seen in the past few days where we saw the short detention, so to speak, of the former Secretary of State Governor,
Yes.
other agencies, top party official, Nathan Ihediohama, and former
Deputy Speaker.
Senate President David Mark and the likes. Being fingered by the EFCC on, appropriation of funds during their reign. So what do you have to say about that? Before we go into,
Well, before we start, like we just saw in the news some days back, the Tamboa was invited by the EFCC. It was just a normal, according to the EFCC, they said it was a normal interrogation and question action. But according to the feelers, for political analysts and political observers, it's a different tone because it seems like an oppression on the opposition. Can you get me?
Come again. I didn't hear the last thing.
I said
the last thing.
We political observers, it's like an oppression, like a limitation on the opposition.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
That was actually a popular narrative out there because most people feel, yeah, I can hear you. Most people feel the present administration is trying to grab the opposition, is trying to limit its impact, or even trying to, in a way, make sure they stifle it against, gaining momentum, ahead of the 2027 elections. But there are others on the other side who believe that, if these people really committed these crimes, like it's been alleged to have committed, there's no problem in going after them. It doesn't matter how long it must have taken the EFCC to do that. Not a problem as long as you are, actually involved in some of these appropriation of things. Do you also share in that thought that it really doesn't matter how long, but for as long as you are involved in allegations, they should be, they should be paid by the EFCC?
Hello?
Are you there?
Yeah, okay. Please, can you rephrase the question again, please?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now.
Okay, I said there are some persons who believe that. Okay. I said some persons believe that regardless of how long it has taken the underground agency to go after this person, there's no point in trying to politicize those who speak by saying, okay, this is because they belong to the opposition. That is why they are being hindered by the EFCC. Of course, we also had the EFCC go after some key APC officials, and then one of those is the former state Yaya. So these people are saying it's not nothing like politics or not politicizing it. I mean, we've gone after some of our members as well, we've gone after some APC members as well. So there's nothing in going after the APC. There's no politics attached.
Well, I want to point out something that
Can you hear me,
politics.
Mr.
Yeah, I
My
can hear
question
you.
is, do you believe okay.
Yes, to me, I be political. Looking at the political environment, I
Yeah.
believe that
Do
this is a
you
political.
also believe in this narrative, I think?
It's a political witch hunt, right? Hello,
Yeah, I said
hello.
apart from those that believe this could just be a political win, others are of the yeah, I can hear you. Others are of the view that we have seen Yaya Bello being trailed by the EFC.
Yes,
And then we're seeing the same thing happening with Anita Tamboa and that. So
Samoa.
for them, it is far from point. Do you also believe in this particular narrative?
Yes, I also believe in this narrative that
I
is
think
far
you are
from politics
having
because
issues with the
we're talking
network,
about
or
one.
can you read?
Yeah, I've heard your question. Let me reply. Let me give you an answer now. As
Oh,
for me, I think
all right.
I think it's far from politics because we are talking about a former governor withdrawing 189 billion illegally. So it's not a small amount of money. It's a huge amount of money that would have benefited the state in different areas. So for an individual to withdraw that amount illegally, question has to be raised. And I'm also happy that the EFC is coming to invite the former governor and ask him on what he used the 189 billion to do.
But do you think that this is in a way going to water down the impact or even the momentum that the agency is gaining, or in a way going to make them even more popular?
Yes, I believe it will bring down their momentum because you see, why is it at the time when they announced the ADC coalition and they are in their information stage that they are calling up their members. So me, I believe at the same time is going to also bring down their morale because you see among the members of the ADC coalition, you have former governors there, you have senators there also, and you see these people that are there due to their experience and their past precedents, you see that they have held one or two offices. So definitely they will also have certain files with the EFCC. And at this moment, they won't be comfortable again. It's just like you are giving a defensive midfielder or a defender a yellow card in the match. Even if he's going to keep attacking or keep defending, he's going to be cautious.
Okay. But then again, some people believe that this would, give them some sort of sympathy. Because I mean, I've had cases where the EFCC went after some key officials that are believed to be faithful of the agency, and then we all know how the case went. I mean, yeah, I have been in case in point, never heard anything else from when the whole thing, started. It feels like the case is going nowhere, and then Nigerians are not
So
getting clarity from EFCC arrest and any other thing in between. So most persons feel this is going to be the agency much popularity and in a way give them some kind of sympathy. You know.
yes, I agree with you on this point that the ADC will get sympathy at
Are
this
you there,
moment
Mr.
because
Mohammed?
yeah, I'm here. I said that I agree. I also agree with you that
Yeah.
the ADC will get sympathy from Nigerians now because you see, with the involvement of P2B in ADC, they already have their sympathy already because P2B has the Messiah court-like fellowship. So seeing that his party is trying to be sabotaged or members of his coalition that are trying to be sabotaged, majority of his supporters, majority of Nigerians will look at it as a witch hunt, which will make them want to sympathize with them because if look at what is happening. They have come out to say that no, we want to fight against the current government because hardship. There's a breakdown in government and people relationship. They have come so basically they have come out to like come and help us the people that are suffering. They have come out to come and speak out for them. So if the people now sense or see that they are trying to sabotage this people's effort, the people will not be happy and the people will sympathize with them more. Can you hear me?
You someone who has
And I wanted to,
expectations. If I say you speak
I
like
want,
someone who has that charitable expectation that the agency is going to, salvage Nigeria from some of the challenges for its facing. If, I mean, they just mentioned people having the court like passion and that, um, effectively attached. So I used to find something that it is more like one because of the survey of that potential, even top potential. More like you have in there. Mr. Emmanuel, are you there?
yeah, can you rephrase that question again, please?
Yeah, I said you speak like someone who has incurable expectation that the ADC rather is coming to, salvage rescue Nigeria some of the challenges or things be it security, economy, and other social challenge. Do you have so much hope in that?
But thank you for this question. It's a very good question, and I think
Are you there?
I'll say this is one of the. Yes, I said
Yes,
thank you
thanks.
very much for the question that you asked. And when you look at the ADC and the composition of ADC, the people that make up the ADC, people that have come together to make it, you will start seeing people like Ralph Aregbesola, you start seeing people like Senator David Mark, the former Senate President, you see people like Abubakar Malami, the former governor of Kaduna State, Nassim El-Rufai, you people like Babaji Lawa, the SGF that was boosted away. You see other people like Kashim Imam. There are a lot of them, and even Buhari's former minister and former governor of Rivers State and Brutiba Mechi. They're all part of the coalition. And then ordinarily, I would have had full trust in ADC, but you see, P2B in the past had said these people are not people we could align with. But you see, today he's now coming to align with them. So it raises an eyeball of questions that have these people repented, or have they? Those are the questions. And now, not just from P2B's angle alone. Looking at people like Ralph Aregbesola, people like Rotimi Amechi, people like Abubakar Malami, who just finished 8 years with Buhari. Please, we have to just be sincere with ourselves. What are these people coming to come and do? What are they supposed to do that they have not been that they have not done? They have been given all the platform, they have been given all the criteria, the environment to actualize this thing. So why are they running out after 8 years? This is just merely 8 years that Buhari just left. It's not even up to 4 years. And they're coming out to do this thing. So my honest opinion, as regards the coalition
Okay,
at this
but
moment. Hello?
yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you.
but the publicity secretary of the ADC, can you hear me? Yes, the publicity
Yeah,
secretary of the ADC, actually,
Bulaji Abdullahi.
said that yes, they are not fronting as perfect individuals in the industry. But then, with the way this government is going, with Nigerians throwing their hands and saying they shouldn't be the proper opposition to, check the excesses of this government and like extension mining or getting better. I mean, that tell you that the ABC is not trying to help Nigeria according to publicity secretary that are saying. So whoever they bring out as their special candidate, they are not telling you that if these things become and become president. But what they are saying is that should we continue in this trajectory? Should we continue with how things are going?
You know,
Are you there, man?
yeah, I'm here, I'm getting it clearly.
Mr. Emmanuel, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Mm.
Yes. You see, when you look at
Yeah, I'm
everything,
fine. Please go ahead.
when you look at everything ADC they're trying to say, they're trying to come and help Nigeria, trying to come and save us from the hardship. But even the ADC too cannot come into Nigeria and come and solve these problems without people experiencing hardship. Now the hardships are due to the reforms, the effects of the reforms that are taking place. Just yesterday, Ikonjo-Iweala came to visit the president. Ikonjo-Iweala came to visit the president, and she said that the presidency has tried so much in stabilizing the economy. So the truth is, we will experience these hardships and these pains because reforms are taking place. And then, looking at the composition of the all ADC, he has people like former presidential candidate like Atiku Abubakar. He has former presidential candidate like Peter Obi. And everything the Tinubu administration is doing is almost the same thing they said will come and do. So if they are saying that going to come and help us in hardship to resolve the hardship we have in Nigeria, then I believe this is the same method they have to come and follow. We will still experience these pains. So that's why we are bringing the people are saying, or even me, I'm of opinion that these are people who just left the government. So what are they coming to come and solve again? Bolaji Kashumo was a former member of the founding member or among the early members of APC. You could see very well that he's not happy because he's not in power. So all those things is just for them to grab the power. I know as political scientists will say, you have to be a good diplomat. You have to act like Niccolo Machiavelli for your self-interest. So them too, they are trying to be like a diplomat. They're trying to sugarcoat the words. Meanwhile, their intention is different. And we all know here that intention is to be in government.
All right. Let me take you one. Let me take you to one aspect before
Okay.
we round off on today's edition because actually present concern. Now,
Okay.
Babachula was one of the interviews we granted on channels television. He
Yes.
mentioned that the northern region has been neglected. And he's not the only person to mention this. I mean, we've heard from some other northern regions saying the region has been neglected. One of the cases in point is that of the former governor of Kano.
Yes. Olukonkwasi.
About before infrastructure, yes, before infrastructure, that it's being seen in the northern part of Nigeria, and they still sort of the still about negligence. So I'm going to be reading some of the by the southerners, and this is talking about some of the concerns raised by these other something actually this was. And of course, one is the commissioner of the National Insurance Commission, that is one. The DG, National Identity Management Commission, the DG, National Space Research and Development University, DG, National Center for Technology Management, DG, National Automotive Design and Development Council, Chairman, National Nigerian Port Authority Board, MD, Federal Housing Authority, National Lottery and Trust Fund, DG, National Lottery Regulatory Commission, CEO, Nigerian Postal Service, CEO, Nigerian Data Protection Commission, MD, Galaxy Partner Limited, DG, Nigerian Biosafety Management Agency, the National Agency for the Protection of Food and Drug Administration and Control, and tons of others. Now, apart from, federal ministries being manned by some of the, that particular section of the South, talking about the Eurozone, do you think that the northern part of the country really have any justifiable grounds to say we have been sidelined or we have been neglected? That is why we feel that we should have an alternative country concern.
Okay. Thank you very much for that question.
Are you there, Mr. Emmanuel?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much for that question. We all know government government is always a continual process. So when the other one
So all the
stops, the other
agencies
one.
I mentioned now,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello?
Yeah, for clarity,
Yeah.
all the agencies I just mentioned now,
Yes.
are being manned by
Eurobus.
the Yoruba. Yes.
Now,
So go ahead.
Answering your question, if we want to look at who these people are replacing, we will get a deeper picture. Now, when we look at other places like Central Bank, where they had a directors for almost 7 years, and no Yoruba person was among the directors. I'm not trying to justify or defend the government. I'm trying to point out to the fact that this is a problem we have in the Nigerian system. From the past government, if you go to the past government, if you look at the past government, they have been following this trend, whereby Buhari appointed mostly people from Fulani origin or people from the Hausa origin. I get me. Now,
Yeah, I'm here.
now, most of the Northerners are coming out to say that the Tinubu-led government has marginalized the North, and that the North is not being well governed, or is not being pictured in the affairs of Nigeria. But to me, I would say that's a lie. You see, the Nigerian politics is very diverse and very complex, and it's a game of who is more wise and who is more smart. When it comes to election voting, that's when the North classifies the remaining part of the northern region as North. Now, what am I trying to say? When it comes to sharing of things, the North Central is not really considered. It's only the Northeast and North is considered. Because if you look at it, the present GMD of NNPC is from the North. It's from Kwara State. The present Shipper Council is from the North. It's from Benue State. I can keep calling these people there and there. So to me, I feel it's just to me, I just feel it's political cause.
Some people,
Okay, I'm
some
listening.
people have their reservations on that, on the GMD you mentioned from Kwara State. They tell you it's also from the Yoruba construction.
But it's from a northern state. It's from a northern state. No, it's from a northern state. Even if you say the mine is Yoruba, the mine is from Kwara State, and Kwara is under the north. So are they saying that the North Central is only good for vote and not good for appointment? The Buhari-led government, they are constructing a road from Kano to Maradi. It's the Nigerian government that is funding that road. The Nigerian government is doing a road from Badagry to Sokoto. It affects the north. There are a lot of projects that can still keep calling for you. So me, I just feel it's a game of your leaders they are speaking, they are wanting more. It's an Oliver Twist situation. They want more. Because the last administration had certain projects they were pushing for, and the current administration has continued this project. They have not abandoned it. So if you want to look at the projects that were done in Buhari's 8 years tenure in the south and compare it to the north, this is going to be the issue. That's why I said from the beginning that Nigeria's issue is a complex issue. This is a problem that we're facing. Even if someone leaves today and another person enter, he's going to come and bring his brothers. You understand? He's going to favor his side. It's a problem. It's a very big problem.
But at this point, don't you think we should jettison the idea of having this north and south battle when it comes to politics. Because most times you hear, oh, Tinubu is doing this, he's bringing his own, Yoruba allies to command certain, key government positions. And in defense of that, some persons will tell you that, okay, when we had late President Muhammad Buhari,
Why?
we also had this kind of, this kind of, um, you know, um, level or this kind of governance where you bring your kinsmen to man certain key important areas of government. Shouldn't we be looking at competence at this point in time and also looking at, okay, the person doing the job, is he doing it right, regardless of the region he or she comes from? Shouldn't, are we not supposed to have grown this politics of
Yeah,
north
to
and
raise the
south?
bar up to as regards competence, it should be based on competent people, their impact. Yes, I agree with you.
Yes, I want to get your
But
reactions on that before we go on.
I agree with you on that. That competence should be prioritized over nepotism or ethnic coloration. But the whole existence of whole of our existence is built on politics, on political relation, on political alignment, and everything. Mm. So, like Nicolo Machiavelli said, he said that a prince should not rely on foreign allies or foreign mercenaries. That a prince should rely on homegrown. So, in this scenario or in this context, now I want them to say, as a president, as a prince, the truth is the only people you can first trust, the only people you can first trust is your own people. That you have confidence in, that you believe they are reliable, are your own people. And now, when you now start thinking of that, you're not thinking about competence. You're thinking about security of your throne. You're thinking about how to be in control. So people will not actually agree with the fact of this because this is against competency. You understand? This is against competency. And Nigeria is a multi-ethnic country which has a federal principle. You understand? Federal Character Commission, whereby everybody things must be shared according to this thing. So even want to even say want to go back to this thing, it will still work because there are some places that incompetent people will be brought forth and they must be appointed or they must be selected. Because based on the character principle, every region must be well represented. You understand?
All right, maybe in 60 seconds, I'd like to take you back to, put things into perspective on the question I asked you, and that is the idea of having nation, the idea of having ABC. Do you think,
I
for
mean
the
what?
sake of emphasis and clarity right now, do you think that the ADC is bringing something? Do you think that for the sake of clarity, do you think that the AEC is bringing something tangible and different to the table come 2027, in spite of the fact that, we all know that most of the major party officials there have, occupied one government position or the other. Do you think they stand as a very viable position or a viable option come
Okay.
2027?
Okay, let me answer this question like I said in 2 seconds. First, that we mentioned three factors in a brief listing that makes me believe
Yeah,
that the ADC is
maybe in
not
60
the ADC
seconds,
is not
please.
yeah the ADC is not ready to bring change. One, the couple of politicians there, they all have their interests. They're all separate interests. There's no united interest. Two, the ADC lacks what they say nationwide funding. How many governors are they in their party? How many governors have they brought or are they intending to bring? You understand? And the third one, the fact that they still exist another group in the opposition realm that is not in support with the ADC, which is the Labour Party and the PDP. These three factors it has made it so hard for me to believe, or for anyone to believe, that the ADC is bringing something different. Because if you look at the ability to even prosecute election, they don't have it. If you look at the number, just like in 2015, when five governors walked out of the national convention, you understand. So if you look at all these criteria, you see that the ADC, to me, they have not started showing us if they have something to come and offer for us because I know you're ready. It's not just to say it, because you have to say it and do it.
All right, you have to say it and do it, and that's the better place to put it. At
Yeah.
least tomorrow we're going to see and you know, how they are going to flex their muscles in Kaduna State, where we're going to be having a by-election in one of the
Yes.
federal constituencies there. We want to thank you so much for being part of the show, Mr. Emmanuel, the public affairs analyst and a political commentator. Thank you for being part of the show for this evening.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I'm grateful and I'm very happy.
My name is Pius, Kadon, and I want to thank you for being part of today's edition of the program Political Clinic. Make sure to like this video, comment, and of course, share to your loved ones. Thank you again, and then I hope to meet you again on another interesting edition of the program come next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.